It's 3 o'clock, Tuesday, July 16th, 2024. I'll call this meeting to order of the Board of Public Works in the City Council Chambers in Peru, Indiana. Could we have a roll call, please?
John Sturch.
Here.
Jeff Butts.
Here.
Jim Walker.
Here.
First order of business is reading and approving the minutes from our July 2nd meeting.
Make the motion that we suspend the reading and approve the minutes of the last meeting as presented to us.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. First order of business is the approval of claims. We have a payment of claims from July 16th, the amount of $353,863.43. Any discussion on payment of claims?
Make the motion that we pay the general claims for $353,863.43.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Next order of business is fire, police, motor vehicle sanitation, clothing allowance, the amount of $33,450. Any discussion regarding this?
Make the motion that we pay the clothing allowance for the prospective departments for $33,450.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item is the biannual HSA deposit, July 5th, the amount of $74,476.02. Any discussion regarding the HSA deposit?
Make the motion that we approve the payment of the biannual HSA deposit for $74,476.02.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item is the regular payroll for July 12th, the amount of $218,000, $218,043.86. Any discussion regarding regular payroll?
Motion to approve the regular payroll for $218,043.86.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item is a CHIRP OPO approved police department payroll for July 16th, the amount of $4,918.13. So CHIRP stands for Comprehensive Highway Injury Reduction Plan. Any discussion about it?
I'll make the motion that we pay the CHIRP OPO PPD payroll for $4,918.13.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item is in addition to the CHIRP OPO PPD payroll of $387.04. Was this an omission?
Yes.
Andrea? Yes? Okay.
Make the motion that we pay the additional payment for the CHIRP OPO payroll for $387.04.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Moving into old business, we have a request from the Peru First Baptist Church to close the alley July 26th from 4 to 8 p.m. to hold a celebration event. Do we have a representative here?
Me.
Could you come forward?
Sure.
Thank you.
Says your request is to Peru First Baptist Church will host a vacation Bible school from July 22nd through the July 26th. On the 26th, 2024, between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m., we would like to hold a celebration event in our parking lot. We're requesting permission to close the alley between the church and our parking lot during that time. Children and families will be going back and forth across the alley, and this will assist in keeping the individuals safe. So looking at the map, are you asking that the entire alley or just
Just that area.
to the portion behind the church property?
Yeah, we've done this in the past, and there are residents that live on that street, and they use that alley, but they can get into the other way.
So I see the parking lot, you can enter the parking lot from Wabash Street.
Yes,
Right.
we close that off.
You do close it yourself?
We do.
Okay, so you want the city just to provide barricades for the alley only?
Just the alley.
Okay. All right. Todd is not here today, but I did speak with him, and he is aware of what you're looking for. So I don't think there are any questions from the traffic department regarding this. Any discussion from Board of Works?
Make the motion, we approve the alley closure for First Baptist Church, July 26th, from 4 PM till 8 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Have a good time. Next item on the agenda is to restrict the alley between 17 and 19 East Main to pedestrian only, consistent with the downtown revitalization plan. This was presented from Jim Tidd. In our last meeting, we determined that this would require a resolution. So I need a motion to consider Resolution 17-2024.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of consideration?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. You have the resolution before you to review. A resolution of the City of Peru turning the north-south alley between 15 and 19 East Main Street into pedestrian alley only. Is this the correct address on the resolution? The request by Mr. Tidd says 17 and 19, and the resolution says 15 and 19.
I'm gonna check on Elevate just real
Okay,
quick.
thank you.
Joe DeRozier's building, at least according to Elevate, is 15 East Main. Robin Lisa's is 19 East Main, so
So 15 and 19 is the correct address?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
And it could be that there could, Joe's building could be 15 and 17. We know which alley it is, it's descriptive.
Yes, I understand. Any discussion by the board regarding this resolution? Any discussion from the audience? If not, I need a motion to adopt Resolution 17-2024.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Next item on our agenda, we're moving into new business now, is a request by Chief Feller to hire Gunnar Fincher as a probationary patrol officer.
Good afternoon. There are two requests here. I can handle them individually or together, however you prefer that I proceed, but my request is to hire Gunnar Fincher and Hannah Hall. Both applicants have successfully completed all portions of our hiring process, a written exam, a physical exam. They've undergone interviews, they've undergone a background investigation, and they've both been approved by the Indiana Firefighters and Police Officers Retirement Fund for employment. Gunnar he's 21 years old. He is from Carroll County, currently employed at the Cass County Sheriff's Office. He comes from a law enforcement family. Between his father and his brother, at the end of the day, he was one of the two best candidates. We had two openings at the time, and he was determined to be one of the top two candidates. Hannah Hall is a local Miami County resident. She's 22 years old. She is a graduate of Indiana University at Kokomo. She is currently employed at the Wabash County Central Dispatch Center. So it gives her, again, I think both of these candidates have a little bit of law enforcement background that I think gives them maybe a little bit of an edge over some other folks who have come in the door. Like Gunnar, she has successfully completed all portions of our testing process to include the physical fitness assessment, written examination, interviews, and a background investigation, and she has also been approved for employment through the Indiana Public Retirement System. With the board's approval, we would ask that their start date be Monday, July 29th.
Thank you. Any discussion among the board regarding these two?
I'll make the first motion that we hire Gunnar Fincher as probationary patrol officer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Next motion would be to hire Hannah Hall as a probationary Peru Police Department patrol officer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Next item on our agenda is a request by Chief Dane to accept the retirement of Brian Edwards.
Afternoon. I got a retirement here from Brian Edwards. We'll read his letter. This letter is to officially inform City of Peru my decision to retire from the Peru Fire Department. My last official day will be the 11th of July, 2024. Why this decision did not come easily, I've made it my decision to pursue other career opportunities. I've had a wonderful career at PFD and have enjoyed serving my community for the past 21 years. Most will never know the joy of serving a career that is fulfilling as public safety. I wish the City of Peru and the Peru Fire Department the best going forward. Thanks to everyone that is involved in making this job a career for me, as well as giving me the opportunities beyond what I could have ever imagined. Signed, Brian Edwards.
Thank you. Thank you. Any discussion about Brian Edwards' retirement?
Make the motion that we approve the retirement request from Brian Edwards.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And along with that, Board, if I could, just say a couple things about Brian. He joined the department May 7, 2003. He held the following certifications: investigator, inspector, training officer, and EMT. He also held the rank of captain and assistant chief. So we wish Brian the best in his retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is a request by Chief Dane to accept the resignation of Joshua Schaefer effective 7/27/24.
Yes, I received this morning. Sorry for the late notice. Letter resignation, Josh Schaefer, badge number 1079, 7/16/2024. This letter is to inform the City of Peru of my resignation from the fire department. My wife will be taking on a new job, which will lead us to relocating our family. I have enjoyed my time at the PFD and have had the privilege to work alongside many great people. The fire department leadership has been very supportive during this time. The current administration has done a great job bringing this department back to what it should be. I hope to be able to continue down this path and I hope you are able to continue down this path and bring new training and growth opportunities to the great members of Peru Fire Department. I am very thankful for the opportunities presented to me during my time here. The things I have learned will stick with me throughout the rest of my career. His last shift will be July 27th.
Is Mr. Schaefer going to relocate and be joining another fire department, or is he doing something different?
He is joining Kokomo Fire Department. His first day down there is August the 5th, I believe.
Okay. Any more discussion among the board about the resignation request?
I just have one question. In the past, I think that we need to be very definitive in accepting and including his date of resignation, because that will affect his perf and his insurance and all of those things. And normally the resignation doesn't come until the day of or after his resignation. I believe that it can be done today, but we have to be very particular in how this motion and how we record this motion so that it reflects accurate dates. I'm not sure, Mr. Kearns, you can speak of that, is whether we should table this and wait until after this date, till the next Board Works meeting, or,
Historically, we've done it this way, PERF, State Board of Accounts, Department of Local Government Finance, none of those entities have had any issues doing it this way.
So if we make it known that we
Yeah,
accept his
effective.
resignation as of July 27th,
Yes,
not today, as of July 27th,
correct. Yep.
that would suffice?
Yes, sir.
I'll make the motion that we approve the letter of resignation from, how do you say his last name? Joshua?
Schaefer.
Schaefer.
Schaefer. His resignation will be effective July 27th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Next order of business is a request from John Walker for closure of West Main Street from Broadway to Miami Street on the 20th of July from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for the Huey helicopter landing. Any discussion among the board? John, could you come up, please?
Willing to answer any questions. We did it last year for the first time to recognize the veterans that were on board, and our mayor this year. So Brady Sailors is, kind of had the biggest hand in selecting the people to be flown in, to be, seated there in the stands as the parade starts. We'll have 3 aircraft, and that's because of Brady and Matt and just the fact that it's our hometown. So it's very expensive to fly these, but I was in the circus, and this is my hometown, so that's why we, want to do it, along with the support of Brady Sailors and Matt Chilcutt. But we're going to have 3 this year. The gunship again, instead of 369 with the Red Crosses, we're going to have 803, the assault helicopter, the one that Jim got to meet the pilot and declare it Jim Harvey Day many years ago, and Vietnam Veterans Day almost 20 years ago. That's hard to believe. And so that aircraft was never supposed to fly, but it's been flying now for 16 seasons since we restored it. So that's the one I'll be flying that will bring the veterans and the people that we're honoring to land. The other aircraft is the Bell 47 that we acquired a year ago, the nicest one, I think, in the world, all painted in its stars and stripes in green. It was actually a training helicopter at Fort Rucker, where all the Vietnam Huey pilots and Army pilots still learn to fly today down in Alabama. So it started in 1967 as an instrument trainer like they used them for, and so we acquired this aircraft a year ago, and so we'll probably let it lead us in and kind of be like a special thing to have the other 2 aircraft come right, behind it, so to speak, but kind of like a, 2 for 1. So they will go high after they go by, and then I'll go probably to the west like I did last year and come back and land. So some of the things that, we had really, really good meetings last year, is perimeter guards, hopefully the police, keeping people back like we did last year. The street department with the things blocking the traffic control boards or whatever. The businesses being notified in the area. I can do some of that, but there's not a lot right there. But they were very supportive last year. And Other than that, we'll have our photographer there. We'll have our LZ, which stands for Landing Zone Escorts, in flight suits to have the steps to walk out, and so the people being honored can get off the aircraft, and they'll have a picture taken quickly by the aircraft and then proceed over to the viewing stands. And then once they're out of the way, then we'll lift off and fly the rest of the parade route to the south and head back home. So, if there's
Thank
any-
you. I spoke with Todd this morning, Traffic Department. Obviously, he was involved last year. He's aware of what barricades need to be put up. And going to the businesses along the street, making sure that any objects that might be blown away are taken down, put away. Our street department will be sweeping the street that morning to make sure debris is picked up as well. Chief Fowler, do you have any concerns?
No, there was a planning meeting on July 1st. I was unable to attend that meeting, but I know that Chief Dane was the host of the meeting. Assistant Chief Benfall was there. This is a coordinated effort with police, fire, EMS, and the street and traffic department. So we're well aware of what's going to be required for landing, for him to safely land and take off. And
Okay.
we have a plan in place that can make sure that that happens.
Chief Dane, any comments?
Yeah, like Matt said, we had that meeting to kind of kick off the 4th of July week, and also to talk to Matt about what he required for the parade. We're going to set up about 9:15 at Miami and Maine with two trucks, block that off completely, and then we're going to have people stationed the whole length of that between Miami clear back to Broadway. So to keep people out, we got all the cones set up where we block off CVS, PNC Bank, and then the other bank on the other side. So talked to Todd. He's going to put no parking out at about 6 o'clock that morning, and then we'll randomly go there and make sure that we haven't had anybody come in. So it worked really well last year. I think everybody was a little more worried about it than it actually is, but it should be something really great again. So we should be good.
Thank you.
The two sidewalks there along Main, we really can't have anyone over there. People were standing across Broadway,
Mhm.
so to speak, and that was okay.
Yeah.
And there probably isn't going to be anyone down there, the other direction, but we don't like, I don't like to fly over anyone, so to speak, when we're coming in on landing, so.
So what is
So
the,
that block.
yeah, what is the plan for preventing pedestrian traffic on Main Street from Miami to Broadway?
That's what we're going to have. I think we got approximately 10 extra people working that day.
Okay.
So we're going to station everybody out between what we got, the people coming in, the on-duty crews, and then PD is going to throw a couple people down there too. And we'll just walk the sidewalks and just keep people back. Caution tape doesn't work in these situations, so we'll, right before, once we see him starting to fly in, we'll pick up all the cones and set those out of the way, so we don't pick up any cones with the blade watch when they come down, so. Kind of like we did last year.
And
Okay.
last year, the way the wind was, I was out on coming in and taking off, I angled it over the building there. That worked in our favor. If the wind would be out of the west quite a bit, I don't have the problem landing, but I may very well be turning the aircraft 360 degrees and going back the way we came, as compared to the, what everyone loves to see.
Up and away.
Going forward. But Mother Nature will decide that. So
Thank you.
make the right decision for safety.
Matt, do you have any comments or anything you want to add? No?
We talked about all this. I think everybody's stepping up and all that. We did get some involvement with the sheriff's department this year to fill in for the EMA stuff in the areas we needed and all that, so it's all good.
I will note that this is an event for us. It's on our schedule. It'll be the 275th event in 18 seasons, and 274 that have been scheduled 6 months to a year in advance each year, April through November. Not one has ever been canceled by Mother Nature for maintenance. So if someone would ask what would happen if this one would, we just thank the dear Lord for all the ones that he hasn't canceled.
Well, John, I'll tell you, not only are you doing something special to make the circus have a little flair to it, the parade, I appreciate what you're doing for the veterans, because that also honors them. People remember them. So thank you.
It's for our veterans and
Yeah.
for true patriots.
Yep.
And my definition of a true patriot is anyone that has always supported their troops, period.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more discussion about John Walker's request to close West Main Street for the landing of the Huey?
No, I'd make the motion to approve that request.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Next request is from Brian Gabriel on behalf of St. Charles Church for closure of one block during the bazaar for Cass Street between West 5th and West 6th Street, and the alley between Cass and Miami on September 7th, 2024.
Yes, it's for our drive-through for the tenderloin dinner there at the bazaar, which has been going on for, I know for at least the last 12 years, but longer than that, over 30 years. And the drive-through starts at 3 o'clock, so we'll just need to shut Cass Street down so we can run our drive-through through from 6th to 5th, and then go on out to Main.
So what time do you request this closure?
3 to 7,
3 to 7
Yes.
p.m.?
3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
And also the alley between Cass and Miami?
Yes.
Which goes behind the church property there?
Yes, because that's where the trailer's at, where they're cooking all the tenderloins.
So what about the alley between Cass and Hood Street that comes out onto Cass Street?
Yeah, it'll have to be blocked too.
We'll need a
because
blockade there
during
as
the 3
well.
to 7, it'll have to be blocked,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
We do a good job our own with the alley behind the church, making sure no pedestrians or anything coming through there, but it's still nice to have that blocked off for us.
Okay. Do we have a waiver sign? Thank you. Any more discussion about requests by St. Charles for the bazaar on September 7th?
Make a motion to allow the closing of Cass Street between 5th and 6th on September 7th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing nothing further, I'll ask for if there's any communications today. Anything from the Board of Works? Anything from department heads? Any communication from the audience? Seeing nothing, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
This meeting's adjourned.